So, false alarm on the Tristan Casas number situation, Liam. We were talking off air that we thought maybe, just maybe, there was a situation where Tristan Casas was changing his number from 36 to 54. Because if you looked on the MLB app on Monday evening as we record this, it's 8:15, not 7:45, as we'll talk about in just a moment. But 36 to 54, I guess it's just happening for one game, Liam? According to Pete Abe?
Pete Abe has not given us confirmation yet for what the reason is, but just a quick little, he's just mixing it up for the night, that's all. So, hey.
That should be more common practice to just wear a uniform number for one game, just like as a choice,
like a slump buster. I'm just going to change my number for the night.
Yeah, like I only have one hit over the last week. I'm not really feeling 26 right now. I got to change it up. Let's go with 78.
I wonder why they, because I'm sure there's some rule against it, but like, could you imagine if someone just like changed their number halfway through the season?
It's had to have happened before, no?
Right?
Yeah. What if you get traded to a team that has...
Well, no. I'm thinking like a player on the same team. Because yeah, certainly if you get traded, you can change your number.
You got to change like the media guides and stuff like that. But like maybe the All-Star break would be a good time for that.
Could you imagine if that was the reason? No, we got to reprint all the media guys. Sorry, you can't change your number.
Too much to print that all out. I will say that the timeline got a little nervous with Casas potentially changing his number. And this might be an unpopular opinion right here that I'm about to drop. Dip my toes into a little bit of controversial waters here. You ready for this, gents? For a hot moment there, I was excited because the aura of 36, on a face value, maybe it means something to him personally. Maybe that's why he picked 36,
compared to
that's great.
54?
54
No,
has
I didn't.
zero
No,
aura.
okay, so hold that thought. Yes, I agree with that. I just thought it was going from a better number than 36. If he has his own reason for 36, then Via con Dios do that. I'm just saying on face value, 36 is not a great number. Now, switching it to 54 is not an improvement. I mean, potentially in the context of the Patriots. I mean, Brewski, Dante Hightower, shout out 54 there. But for baseball, no, that 54 is not an improvement. But 36 is no great shakes. 35, nice round number there. 35 is cool.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to honor 2005 Red Sox legend John Halama tonight. That's
Listen, you will never hear me say a bad word on this program about John Halama, okay? But
or 1991 Red Sox legend Jeff Plimpton.
The Plim Man.
I have 54 pulled up. I'm just rattling off random names now. Edward Mujica, another Red Sox 54.
Mujica.
Wow.
Craig Breslow in 06.
I was so excited when they signed Edward Mujica.
I was too. I was like, this is going to be great.
I was like, oh, what a great fucking move.
He was so good in St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting aggressive
and then I remember, I want to say it was the day they raised the banner for the 13 team. Mujica blew it in the home opener.
No, that's wrong. I was actually at the banner raising home opener. They got killed. It was like 9-2 or something. He came in. He did pitch that game, but I don't believe.
Did he fuck up?
I think they were down like 6 runs when he came in.
Let's look through a walk down memory lane. Edward Mujica's 2014 game log.
Okay, yeah, pull that up. I'll tell you what though, that was one of the worst, coldest MLB games I've ever been at in my life. I think it was like maybe 40 degrees, but the wind was cutting.
And that's what makes it miserable, right? Like you can deal with like the temperature itself being a little chilly, but when the wind is nasty, no thank you.
Yeah. My dad.
Oh my god, the start time weather 43 degrees.
Yeah.
13-mile-an-hour winds in from right field and cloudy. I do remember it was cloudy.
No, dude, it was bad. It stuck with me. My dad still talks about it like, hey, at least it's not as bad. Like if we go to a cold game, hey, at least it's not that game, opening day 14, huh?
Talking about it like it's a blizzard of 78.
Yeah, dude. No, it was cold, Fitz. Let me tell you.
I can't. I'm
Fitz, it was cold. Okay.
It was chilly.
When that weather was cold, we was cold.
Man, we were playing that cold weather. It was cold. That's one of the tweets that gets, for those who aren't aware, Michael Irvin. I think that was during the Packers-Cowboys Des Dropkick games at Lambeau. I think that's what the day was, but it was a cold game, and his man, when we was playing in that cold weather, we was cold. Anytime that pops up on the timeline, it gets a hearty chuckle out of me. One of top 15 posts ever on that website. I don't think that's unfair to say. What a tweet! Great poster, Michael Irvin. In any event,
he was completely exonerated, right? No wrongdoing.
Well, there were a couple of things for Michael Irvin, so you gotta have to be specific.
All right, I'll reel that one back in.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to step on anyone. I don't want to slander anyone. I have no idea.
Jake, I'm sorry to tell you,
I was wrong.
Yeah, it was 2-2 going into the 9th inning.
I thought you were going to talk about Michael Irvin's arrest record.
Maybe I was just miserable the whole game because the weather was terrible. I
wouldn't have blamed you.
Well, what'd they lose? They ended up getting blown out, though, right? Did he give up several runs?
They lost 6-2. Mojica came in and gave up four runs in 2 2/3 of an inning.
Okay.
Ugly 9th inning, but yeah.
Anyways, that's Muad'Dib, a.k.a. Liam.
Muad'Dib. The nasty women, those
Pesky Paul. I think I'm seeing it next weekend, guys, okay?
Fitz, it came out a month ago!
I've been busy! I don't have time to be hitting the cinemas in L.A. in the palm trees. I'm like some people on this pod.
Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib. Little Paula Treaties. We're joined by I'm Sorry, a.k.a. Jake. Jake, why are you sorry?
That would be, I got on late. Quite late. Nearly a half hour late, I hopped on.
You're getting attacked by the Sharks in LA. It's okay. We forgive you. It's all good. I'm Cesar Crespo, a.k.a. Fitz, and this is Pod on Lansdowne, the final Pod on Lansdowne episode of the offseason. Gentlemen, we have made it. We've made it to the precipice of the 2024 campaign. How excited are we for another year of Red Sox baseball, huh? Get the popcorn out, the Fenway Franks. Head on out to the ballpark and watch a 79-83 team. Woohoo!
You say that now. That clip's going to come back to bite you, Fitz.
Yeah.
When they win 97 games.
Jonah, don't clip that one.
I will say, as the spring has gone on, I have progressively become more optimistic and maybe delusional.
What's the
Hope
phrasing
springs
of
eternal?
Yeah, what's the phrasing of like the indomitable human spirit when the darkness of? Can someone bail me out there? What is that?
Yeah, hold on. Fuck, I think I posted that a couple days ago.
While you find that, Jake, I just want to outline.
I've got it. The indifferent cruelty of the universe when the indomitable human spirit walks into the room.
There it is. The indomitable human spirit of Red Sox Nation. That's the mood for this episode. No, I am. You say that, Liam. I'm trying to get a little bit more optimistic because even if the Sox do stink, even if they are sub 500 again, I just like baseball in general. I know that's a hot take. It's very brave of me to say that. But no, I'm excited for the year, and we will be reviewing the year on this episode. Lucy Burge of BetQL coming back onto the pod this week to go through our projections throughout the entire league. We got division winners, wild card winners, award winners, and the team that's going to win the big piece of metal at the end of the year, to quote Rob Manfred. That's coming on later in the program. Excited to have her on. You'll be hearing that in just a bit.
Not me, though.
Not you. Yeah, because we're recording it Tuesday, and it's Monday right now. Jake's ditching us again to give those Sharks what for. That made him late tonight. He's got a payback. Is a dish best served cold in the Wallinger household.
There was a shark on the highway. That's what it was. Traffic. That LA traffic.
What the hell is Polar Bear doing in Los Angeles,
California?
Think,
I did think like before I came out here, like LA traffic. Nobody ever shuts the fuck up about it. It really is like the worst shit in the world. Yeah, I fucking hate it here so much, dude.
Well, you're almost home free.
Town.
I don't think I said this on the pod, but you know how I would describe LA as like Southern California in general, I guess, is like Eden. It's like the Garden of Eden. It's like this perfect, all these different like vistas and everything, beautiful, amazing. Los Angeles itself is a complete piece of garbage. Like that's how I would like you leave the city and the world's your oyster, but the actual Los Angeles is not great, not for me.
And at this point, if you haven't seen a dance number like the start of La La Land, then doubts are you're ever gonna see it at this rate.
I was almost. You want a cool flash mob story? Is that an exciting thing?
Let's hear it.
On our absolutely.
On our
this is
baseball
what the people
podcast?
come for.
When I was younger, maybe 2012, 11, 12, something like that. There was this a viral video of a flash mob at Union Station, New Haven. That's like the train station for New Haven. Liam, I'm sure you've been through there. No, wait, you've never been on a train, right? Did I imagine that?
What? No,
Or
I've been
is
on
that
plenty
Fitz?
of trains.
Fitz never been on a train?
Not to Union Station in New Haven, but I've.
So you've never been on an
rails.
Amtrak? Is that what? That's
No,
what
not an Amtrak. I was going
Okay, so,
to.
all right, so that is
for-
what I was
to-
thinking of.
I was
Liam,
going
I'm
to
sorry.
before the
I'm
Hunt.
sorry
I'm
for
an, I'm an
slandering.
Amtrak guy. I'm a train
Yeah,
guy.
all right.
Come on now. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
loves his trains. Anyway, that station, there was like a huge flash mob there, and it went like people. I don't know. Like millennials fucking love flash mobs. Isn't
That was a
real...
big thing.
It's
That was
very
a real
Reddit.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it like went super viral, and I missed being in the lobby of the in the video by like 3 minutes. I had just left. And I remember I was like, oh, what a bummer. That could have been a really cool story.
Do you ever think back to that day? It's like, man, if I didn't have that cup of coffee, or man, if we had just gotten that green light earlier to get to the station.
I did. It bummed me out when I was little. I was like, oh, I could have seen a flash mob. Now I think, well, that's okay. It's fine.
You're like, oh, thank God I didn't get to see a flash mob.
It's like Seth MacFarlane oversleeping or whatever.
Jesus, stop. Once you said second, I took a second for the gears to get emotional. I was like, oh, I know where this is going. Nope, I don't want to edit that. The less editing I have to do, the better.
If Jake had been there, it wouldn't have gone down like that.
Wouldn't have gone down like that.
Jake Wahlberg.
Crazy enough, I actually have a Red Sox related flash mob story.
Oh.
Yes. So I was this was the final Orioles home game of 2012. The Red Sox were in town, and we weren't any good. I was with my younger sister, and we were sitting down the third baseline, and that's where the majority of Red Sox fans at Oriole Park, naturally, you sit down the third baseline. And this older gentleman comes up to us and hands us these sheets of paper with the lyrics to Sweet Caroline on them. And he's like, hey, if you guys want, we're I don't know if it was he was 6th or 7th inning. We're all going to be out on the flag court in right field and dance to Sweet Caroline.
Wrong inning to do it, by the way.
And you're like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, maybe we'll meet you out there.
Wait, Liam, I don't want to poke. Either you made a mistake or this story is even sillier than it. But is it? Why didn't they just do it when Sweet Caroline normally plays?
Great question.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know.
Really...
Oh no, you know what? I think they would maybe wanted to do it simultaneously with
John Denver.
Yes, as dueling late inning songs.
Is that after the
That's
stretch, or is
that
seventh
sure
inning?
stinks?
Yeah. But
Got me
It's,
old fiddle, got cakes on the cradle. Banger of a song.
Don't worry, I didn't make it out to right field.
You were not part of that.
I was not there.
You did not have to thank the stranger for the gold. There, very Reddit moment. Thank you, kind stranger.
Thank you, kind sir.
Any event, guys. 14
Flash
minutes
mobs
in.
on Lansdowne.
Yeah,
this
flash
summer.
mobs on Lansdowne. I wanted to ask you this question leading into the 2024 season. A couple days away now, as you guys are getting ready to go to Seattle for the first series. Should be fun.
Yeah, not opening day. Not opening day.
Still, it'll still be a
Right.
good time. Looking forward to hearing your report about Safeco. I will be dead naming that park. It's not T-Mobile in my eyes. It's Safeco. In any event, I wanted to ask you this before we get into the nitty-gritty of the season predictions with Lucy. The 2024 Red Sox season will go right if blank. I want you to complete that sentence. Who wants to go first on that? The 2024 season will go right if blank. Jake's like, if no one fucking dies? I don't know.
Well, no, okay. I actually thought of something before. Earlier today, I was thinking about this. If, let's say, the rotation, every guy in the rotation has career year, they're amazing, then maybe we win 85 games, right? That's probably
Which, hey, okay, you might be able to sneak into a wild card spot there and then just see what happens at that point. I feel like I've said that point before, but it's the team that just won the National League won 84 games, and the year before that they won like 86 or something like that. What did the Phillies
They only
win
won
in 2022?
The Diamondbacks won 84 games last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Or like 85 or 80. Not a lot.
Christ. All right,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
fuck it. I'm in.
That's all I need at that point.
I actually, Liam, I think you were kind of pointing to something like this before we switched topics, but like as the spring has gone on, I have come around on the roster a little bit. Like I think you do not have to give this roster any credit. But
Issuing a correction.
Yeah. But I do think people are a touch down on them. I really like the like 77, 78 wins totals that people are tossing out. Like that does feel low to me, I think. It ultimately comes down to if Whitlock and Howe, we've been saying this for like 3 years now, if Whitlock and Howe can take that step and just be like league average starting pitchers, and if they can, then it looks pretty good. I think I don't know, but yeah.
I mean, I'm third best record in the Grapefruit League. You're doing something
Yeah.
right.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Liam, numbers don't lie.
Yeah, I mean that's
Men lie.
analytics. That's analytics.
Women lie.
Numbers
Don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
But I will say, I think the season will go right as long as everybody just has fun. You know, go
I
out
love
there,
that.
win, lose,
I
or
love
draw, have fun. Russell
I love
Westbrook.
that, dude.
Hey, you know what? The casuals are gonna be out. Like they're not gonna be going to the games. Tickets will be cheaper. We'll have a grand old time, even if the team isn't all that. It'll be nice and jolly, Liam.
I think, in all seriousness, this season will be a success if Tyler O'Neill plays 120 games.
I like that answer a lot. Nice.
Yeah. I think it was the Saturday or Sunday, their lineup had Tyler batting second. And I was like, wow, this actually looks like a deep lineup all of a sudden. Where it was Duran, O'Neill, Devers, Story, Casas, Wong, Abreu, et cetera, et cetera. But I was like, okay, looks like there's some depth here. So if you can, as long as the lineup hits, I think it's going to be similar to last year and the year before, where we're in it. It's late July, middle of August,
And then
we
shit
sort of
goes
start-
south.
yeah,
Like you mentioned
and
that.
then,
You mentioned
and then
shit.
the arms are running out of gas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You mentioned the shit going south. Like it. You gotta understand. Like I get why people are jaded going into the year because after the Full Throttle comment, we don't have to go into all of this. Just listen to the last 5 months of episodes if you want to get into that negative
Oh my
aspect of
God.
it. 100%. Been there, done that. Yes. Like I don't want to sound like a broken record on this, but you have to understand that it was arguably, or maybe literally, the worst single month in Red Sox history, September of 2023. They were so dog shit that month, and that's what brought them to, 79 wins they ended with? You know what I mean? They may have been on track to win 83, 84, which, again, this should not be considered acceptable, on a year-by-year basis.
Listen, I am man enough to admit I was all in after that Braves series in July. I was like, this team,
I was like, maybe
I was
we
like,
got
I was
something.
like, frankly, we're winning the World Series. Unfortunately for the other 29 teams, that's just what it is now. And then I'll tell you what, even the next game, I think they went to San Francisco right after that, and that first San Francisco game, Casas hit, I think, 2 bombs or something, and it was like, oh my God, is this the rookie of the year? We're cruising, and then Bayo pitched great, I think, was that same game, and then it all went sideways, like immediate. I think literally the next game we lost, and then
It went walk off, and they went to Seattle, lost 2 or 3. Then they came back here, play Toronto, and that's when they got swept.
Yeah, that was it. That sweep was the season.
You want to know something crazy though? They weren't under 500 like for good until September 16th. They were 74 and 74.
Well, that makes sense
September
because
16th.
I feel like we tweeted that fucking picture
Time
every
to go back to
third
500,
day. Yeah.
And it
But yeah,
popped up
they
every
were
time.
8 and 19 in September.
They
So.
finished 78 and 84. Yeah, 8 and 19.
What were they
record
on?
the final
What were they on August 31st?
No. They were 69 and 65.
A winning record going into, you couldn't tell me, like, if you don't have this complete mess of a final month, you're not able to push across like 83 wins or something like that. Even 83, they ended up with 78. They couldn't have scrapped together 5 more wins. The point I'm making is that, again, I don't think this team's going to be contending for any pennants or anything like that, or a championship. But I do not think it's as bad as people are making it out to be, like Jake said. People throwing out 77 wins, 75 wins, shit like that. I don't think that, you know?
We were undefeated in October.
Want to know, baby? Yes,
Can't
sir.
Take it from us. Can't take it. Tied for the most wins out of the AL East in October. So
if you keep that pace up over 162 games, man, they're going to be shocking a lot of people this year, Liam.
we're gonna do some damage.
No, take the momentum of that last game in October and try to parlay that up until at least the All-Star break. Maybe make a couple purchases at the deadline, then you got a stew going at that point. The season will go well for the 2024 Red Sox if the defense is improved and up to snuff like we think that it might be. You mentioned O'Neill playing consistently, Liam, about 120 games even. He has Gold Glove potential. We've seen it in St. Louis. And his swing for Fenway could be great too. I don't know if you've seen his spray chart, but he could rake.
He would mash.
He would mash. But no, his defense is solid. That'll help in the corners. If Rafaela, who broke camp with the team, very exciting news.
Oh yeah, that happened.
If he's patrolling center field, that defense will be great. Story is a good enough of a defender. He can't get worse at shortstop than Kike last year.
Poor Fitz. Fitz, this is tough to watch. You're talking yourself into it.
Better defense? Yeah, because it was
no. Just like a successful season.
Yeah,
I agree. The defense. I mean, that really is
the
the
indomitable human
lowest.
spirit coming right back.
That is the lowest bar you could possibly have. But I agree, the defense will likely.
The defense was
be better.
It's in general, I would agree with that, Jake. Yes, that it is a low bar, but it is a bar that has to be cleared after last season because that bar was in fucking Hades, dude. It's low, relatively speaking, because it's just barely above the floor, but it was also 2,000 miles below the core of the Earth in 2023. So if that can even raise it up, maybe you see an improvement. I think things can go right if the defense is better because it cannot get much worse than it was last season. And if it is as bad as it was last season, I might have a fucking brain aneurysm out of anger because it was awful. It was so fucking bad last year. I'm not even going to bother to ask what the season will go wrong if this, because there's a lot of things that could go fucking wrong. But,
a million things could go wrong.
We're trying to be happy here. Right? This might be our only time. Hope springs eternal. All 30 teams, or maybe 29, and then the White Sox fans, they have some hope here. 29 out of 30.
Would the Red Sox win the AL Central?
That's a good question.
It's the eternal question. I feel like every year.
If you're a team in the AL East and you're just mid, you're always going to be like, oh, if we were in the Central, man.
Yeah.
If you played the season 100 times, I think the Red Sox would win the AL Central.
God. The Tigers had the same record as us last year.
I'd say they'd win 35 times, 40 times or so.
Who won? The Twins won the division.
Twins won it.
Yeah.
Twins are probably.
What did they finish with?
87 and 75.
Oh, we could have done that.
Yeah.
We could have done that.
Yeah.
They definitely have a shot. They'd have a puncher's chance at the very least.
Well,
yeah.
my aunt had wheels should be a bike, whatever that is.
I can't believe it. Next time you hear our voices, the season will have commenced.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Jake, we will have seen Nick Pavetta's Cy Young season start in person
and Cutter.
That's right.
They're actually, it's going to be interesting
first
this year.
Cy Young.
They're both winning 20 games.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool how they do that.
You heard it here first on the pod. Let's take a step aside. When we return, our interview, our season preview, our predictions, which are all going to be 100% right. You're asked how can that be possible? We
did
the power
it
of
last
magic.
year.
Yeah, exactly. Don't listen to who I picked to win the AL Central last year. Don't bother.
Do not, under no circumstances, look up who I chose to win the AL Cy Young.
You're just gonna have to believe me that we got it right. All got it right. So, no, when we're back, Lucy on the pod doing our predictions. But first, got to pay the bills. Ad time. I don't know what we want to talk about. Oh, I have an idea.
Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib. They're going
All the
around.
Judays, I call him
He's headed
Pesky
to the
Paul.
south.
I'm a little
Bringing
desert
up
mouse.
fanatics.
All right, once again, we'd like to say thank you to Lucy Burge for coming on the pod, friend of the program. Always great to have her around, and I'm sure during one of these first couple of series of the year, we'll meet up with our bullpen and we'll start to lament how bad our predictions already look. Gentlemen, I want to take a moment here. I'm going to even take my hat off out of respect here, because we are in a new era of Red Sox baseball. The loss of C.J. Cron, it's hard to put into words. When you lose a titan of the game, a titan of this organization, this establishment that is the Boston Red Sox Baseball Club, how do you fill those shoes? That's a massive presence in the clubhouse, on the field, just gone in an instant. I look forward to his return to Fenway Park with whatever team he's with. The video tribute's going to be great. The tickets are going to be out of this world expensive.
Won't be a dry eye in the house. It'll be
Not
like
one.
Ted Williams.
Yeah,
in
it's going to be
91.
worth every penny. Get him in the golf cart coming around.
The players are going to come out of the dugout and shake his hand.
He's got the hitter.com or hitter.net hat on. I think that's what that was. I need that, John.
Wow,
Jake,
Fitz, what a pull.
That's
Hold on. Let me
Jake,
see.
you talk about it. You talk about a Jean there, hitter.net. That's genuinely one of the cool. I fucking love that. I'll go back to that clip of all the players coming out to greet Ted at the 99 All-Star game. You hear the PA guy in the back like, please leave the field. And they're like, no, fuck you. We're staying on the field. My favorite favorite bit of that is, what were you saying, Jake?
If you search hitter.net hat, the Hartford Courant wrote an article after the All-Star game. It was Ted's hat, a sign of the times.
Yeah. Well,
The internet bubble.
Well, I think maybe an urban legend. I'm not 100% sure. But Ted's son took off a Red Sox hat when he was in center field and put on the hitter.net hat. I think that's what happened. Again, don't quote me on that.
That does sound familiar.
Well, I'm uneducated. What was hitter.net?
It's like I maybe like a new.
I assume
venture
it
that
was
they
like
were
a
trying.
hit
tips?
instruction. Yeah.
Yeah, like what, Jesus Christ, brain fart. Name of the book.
Science of hitting.
Science. I was gonna say the art of hitting. I'm like, no, it's not art.
The art of the deal.
Art of the deal. The science of the deal. No, science of hitting. Thank you very much, Liam. Maybe it's just that in an online form. Maybe that's kind of what hitter.net was. But I think he had a Red Sox hat on, and right before he came out, whoop, swapped it out.
You should buy that domain if it's available.
Hitter.net, that's just the Pot on Lansdowne landing page.
Yeah.
Instead of a link tree, it's
we'll
hitter.net.
We'll put it on our link tree. Don't worry.
The coolest part of that clip of Ted coming out at the 99 All-Star game, I think, is when he's talking with Mark McGwire, and you can hear it picks it up on the mic. And the first thing he says to Big Mac is, when you foul off a pitch, do you smell the smoke coming off the bat? And McGuire's like, dude, yeah, I do. It's crazy. And Ted's like, that's crazy, isn't it? I always love that part. And
He whispers in his ear, I know about the HGH.
What, do you want to know the terrifying?
Yeah, do you want
truth?
to know
Or do you want to see me hit some? Tell Cersei. I knew. And then he goes over to Griffey. He's like, this kid's fucking awesome. I love this Griffey kid.
Griffey was in the league 10 years at that point.
I know, but that's what he did.
Astute observation by Teddy Ballgame.
No, this kid's good. He's got. He's
like
already had 400 home runs.
It's like if they bring out Willie Mays for the All-Star game this year. It goes, this Acuna guy, I think he's real good. He's awesome. And he'd be right. Acuna is awesome. But yeah, no, CJ Cron, not on the team anymore, which means Bobby Dahlbeck.
Yeah, they got him.
Bobby Dahlbeck, alive and well. It's
They
the
got him.
year.
We're doing
it's
this again.
The summer of Bob.
King Bob.
What do you even say about our friend Bob at this point? I mean, it's been 5 years, 4 years. No,
And his numbers have gotten progressively worse each of those years.
Yes, did you see that stats tweet? Is that what you?
No, not that, but I mean, I put it in the blog.
Stats posted his last 500, 400, 300, 200, 100 ABs or plate appearances, whatever it was. And the OPS plus gradually drops by like 10 every increment.
Hey, but he can play shortstop, so.
We got some short, some third. They had him in the outfield. We got first. That's our super utility. He's the new Brock Holt.
I mean, they take it for whatever it's worth. The team has to be, they have to be inspired by the spring that Bobby's putting together. He's having a good spring, but for what that's worth, I don't know if it's worth a ton. Because I did see stats bring this up specifically. Why would you not keep CJ Cron around, knowing that Dahlbeck still has an option? Does he not? Or I think Dahlbeck still has one more option left, so you would have him in Worcester. Just more organizational depth, and then if Cron stinks, then figure it out from there. But
I don't know if this was like a concrete rumor or not, and maybe it's just what I saw. You're referencing Fitz, but they were like, why? Just bring Cron back on a minor league deal regardless.
Well, he opted out of the minor league deal, so it was shit or good off the pot specifically. He had to have made the roster.
Oh, so I don't know.
Adios,
Never mind. But CJ Cron, an impressive tenure, gotta say. Yeah. Unforgettable stuff.
It's so crazy how people can, the fall off of some players. Cron was just a couple of years ago. He was hitting like 30 home runs consistently. Or 30-ish home runs, maybe just short of 30, but for all intents and purposes, has that 30 power potential, and now he's losing.
Now he's losing the 26th roster spot to Bobby
training battles to the Bob stop.
I will say, just if we're reminiscing about Bob, August 21, man, special.
Him and Renfroe.
Special. Oh my God. You want to hear what his line was in 24 games?
Let's hear it.
They had 4 doubles, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. The batting average was 339. The OBP was 431. The OPS was 1200. Slugging was 774.
Video game numbers here, man.
Chills.
He was
chills.
Look up Renfroe's number that month too. He was really good around that, because I remember the team was on a skid.
They carried the COVID socks.
Yeah, when everyone was getting COVID, right after the All-Star break, for about like 3 weeks there, they were completely sleepwalking. The whole COVID thing, they were slumping, but now they put the team on their back.
Let me see. August Renfroe. Oh, Lord.
Relitigate. Yeah, Liam, say what it is.
22 games. He had 6 doubles, 10 home runs, 21 RBIs. The line was 277, 326, 711. The OPS was just over 1,000.
Now there you go.
Yeah, we don't need to relitigate
modern day
this, but
Ruth Mantle.
I stand by that. I think the Renfroe trade by Tyme was like the most insane idea I've ever. Like, I don't know. That just strikes me as the dumbest shit he did.
Who's left? Is it just David Hamilton?
No, Benellis is chilling.
Oh, okay.
Right? Is he still in the system?
Yeah, I think that's right. It doesn't make any sense now. Like what?
Well, frankly, Liam, it didn't make sense the moment it happened. Like it banked on like 5 different things being true, and none of them ended up being true. It was terrible.
I do remember
taking on the JBJ contract in that trade is the most insane shit. Like how did he sell that? Well.
Hey, that's 2018 ALCS MVP Jackie Bradley Jr. You're talking about, Buckaroo. Okay.
I know. Sorry, I got worked up there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Emotional.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Trading Renfroe's fine, but that was like the worst fucking return possible. Because he went out quite sad in the playoffs. He was grounding into double plays like every.
He did nothing in the ALCS.
It was really bad. And I've heard from several sources he's like evil.
Yeah, I don't think he's great in the clubhouse.
No, but I mean,
not for nothing, he's been on like 5 teams in 5 years now.
2 slapdick prospects and paying Jackie Bradley Jr. $10 million is not the return I would have loved for a 30 home run guy. Thanks,
dude. I went into fight or flight mode there when you mentioned the double plays in the ALCS.
It was so bad. I wanted him benched.
I did too. I think
It
for
was
Bobby. I think that's
catastrophic.
what I was
Yes,
like.
that
Yes,
is
I
anyone
remember calling for Bob. We were like,
Yeah.
we got to do something.
Or
here.
maybe Shaw or something. The point was like I
Jesus.
was.
I do remember
like,
Shaw getting a that pinch hit plate appearance like late.
Hey, breaking
in Game
news!
6.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
Skibbity.
Skibbity bottom.
Devers in the spring training game just hit the 4th hardest ball he's ever hit.
All right,
That's
he's
nice.
ready.
Yep, it was
I like that.
115.9 miles per hour.
Hit the fucking cover off the ball there.
Can I just say the Yankees roster stinks? I think we need to have a real conversation about. I just saw.
So we haven't done our season predictions just yet in like the real timeline, like a memento situation here. But I'm gonna guess you don't have the Yankees winning the division.
No, I think that roster's absolute dog shit. They have 2 good. They have they have 3 good players, but one's hurt. So, and it's fucking awful. Other than those 3, I mean, it really is. I'm looking at it right now. Their pitching staff is gross. It's gross.
I mean, the
Like
starters, if
ours
everyone's
is
healthy
better.
there.
That's how
the rotation.
Yes,
No, the Yankees have a better rotation.
I think if everybody had not after last year.
We barely
Who's
knew
good?
who was
Who's
making
good
up-
in there? Marcus Stroman's their fucking ace right now.
If Rodon is healthy, then that upside
Rodon's
is
cooked.
better than anybody else. that we
Rodon
have
is
on the
cooked.
team.
He was
If
shitting
Rodon-
in
if
spring
Rodon's
too. I think he might just be barbecue chicken.
barbecue chicken. So you're not any of them. Like Stroman, you don't think if Cortez
I think
is
Stroman's
healthy,
fine, but also he's a head case, and I don't
Schmidt
think
is fine.
Stroman and Verdugo on the same team could lead to some fascinating
Fireworks.
outcomes. Yeah, by the end of this, I mean, really,
I do
that's
think
like,
it is going to be a weird clubhouse.
yeah, you got Cole being a fucking nerd, Verdugo his problems. Stroman's like a fully. Did you see the thing yesterday? He's like, "Yeah, the Latin players love me."
Yep.
Like it was like a Trump quote. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
They all say I'm their
Folks,
favorite.
It was like the
I
Trump,
called him.
It was like Trump eating the fucking taco bowl or burrito bowl on Cinco de Mayo.
Trump Tower. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is.
This
an
is I love
insane thing to
Mexicans, I
say.
think it's-
Yeah, I love Mexicans. That's like
Thumbs
what
up, you're right.
Stroman's a weird cat. Also, I think he hates Jews. Am I recalling that? Am I recalling
There
that
were.
correctly?
I do remember he took
Is there history of that? Lee?
Kyrie's side on
Yeah.
some things.
So that's another thing.
They shared some ideology.
Let me tell you, fellas, New York City, not the place to hold those opinions. Who else is on that team? I think Nestor's also he's a bum too. That was a weird run he had, but I think that's over. I don't know. That
He
team
was also
doesn't
banged
move
up
me.
last year, wasn't he? He was like, you're talking about guys coming off, who had injury riddled years. That's kind of what sank the Yankees last year. Not to give the Yankees any fucking credit here, but
I'm out on them. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say it. Last place.
Oh,
you're stealing Liam's take from last year.
Yeah,
I
wasn't-
mean,
that wasn't gonna
they
be my take this
almost
year,
did it
but-
last year. I mean, it was us
were so
shitting our
close.
pants away from them
This
being
close.
like it. I mean, it's not. Yeah, that roster does not move. I mean, okay, sure. Pitching staff aside, you've got a great 2-3. What the fuck is your lineup other than those guys? You got Liam Fennessy batting cleanup. I mean, it's
I'm at third base.
it stinks. that lineup. The caveat is like
Glaber's
your
good.
Your 2-3 is like obviously like MVP candidates.
Yeah,
but
Glaber's good in there.
that only goes so far. I mean,
Verdugo's going to give you 2 great months.
2 great months. Yeah, they better rack up those wins in
And
April
by,
and
and by
May.
the time he starts to stink, is the Martian going to be Dominguez? Is he going to be?
Well, no, you know what I was
ready
going
to
to
roll
tell
in
you. They're in a tough spot because Verdugo's only going to be good when Garrett Cole is out. So that's a really tough spot. That they're
Oh,
in.
that's right.
Yeah.
That first half, though.
Yeah. Also, and I'll tell you another thing. Garrett Cole, I don't think that's clear skies ahead either. Your elbow.
It didn't sound promising.
That's nasty business.
Right. I mean, the people are
And they
concerned
went
about
for like
Tommy John.
second and third opinions too.
How
Yeah.
often do you get a second opinion and it's like not a catastrophe?
I mean, yeah. Who knows about the hell? I'm just saying, if he's on the mound, dude, he's
No, I'm not. I'm
best pitcher
and
in
I'm
baseball.
saying the fact that he had elbow
One of-
issues is like, not great. I mean,
Of course
what-
not.
Do you just get better? I mean, what's the like? Does the human body just heal whatever he had? I
don't
know, right? I don't know. Not a doctor.
Not a doctor. Don't take the opinion there.
No. But point is, that team stinks.
Oh my God, Cole! It's 10 to 12 weeks for him. That's not great.
Who's their opening day starter?
It's
Stroman?
Nestor. They named
Nestor.
Nestor the opening day, right?
Spare me that team that rotation's good, Fitz. Get out of here. Dude.
It's better than the Red Sox rotation. It is. If everyone's on, if everyone's
Cole,
there, it is better.
everyone's on, Carlos Rodon was the worst pitcher in the fucking league last year.
When he was all banged up, he was fucking hurt for half of it.
I don't know. I think
he was, dude. What are you talking about? This is
Sans Andrew Bailey.
You're doing a Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose thing. Well, I don't know. No, I do know he was fucking hurt. I would love to see him stink.
Like it has a much higher ceiling than ours. I will give them that.
Yeah, ceiling, sure.
Right. I'm saying if
But
everyone,
I don't think they're touching that ceiling.
That's fair enough. I mean, if people are hurt, then it's a different situation. Yeah, again, on wheels bicycle thing here. But if you're talking like heads up, everyone on, your best five, my best five, they have the better rotation right now. It just is what it is. I'm sorry to go and tell everybody the truth.
Fitz, that felt. I don't know if you could say that.
No, that was a reference to Stephen A. Smith, Kwame Brown. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands.
Okay.
Speaking of Stephen A. Smith, he won't fucking review Viva La Vida. I keep asking him.
I think if you keep trying,
that's what I'm thinking. Like I can envision it now. It's June, and I've asked day 76 of asking him about his thoughts about the Baroque pop classic hit Viva La Vida. He's like, this man has been asking me for 76 days.
Fitzy Mopena?
Fitzy Mopena? I gotta say, I think that Guy Berriman's baseline in that is fantastic. You didn't think I knew that, did you? You didn't think I knew that? I clap like a seal.
You turn it into a bit. You turn it into a bit.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
No one's been biting on it. I don't think anyone's really noticed it. But
I had.
Now I'll be keeping
Jake did notice it. He said it was great he was the first person to say it was really good, so I do appreciate that.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for it now.
Yeah, no, he tweets it around like 9 o'clock, not every day, but a lot of the days.
So funny.
He says,
you know when those prompts go.
I have his tweet notifications on to make sure that I can jump on it and be one of the first people to do it. Look through it. I'll give you the exact wording of it because I think I did it either today or yesterday. Days kind of run into each other. I can tell you exactly what day I'm on, and I can give you the wording for it if Twitter ever decides to load. He has around the same prompt every time. It's like, good morning, y'all. Like, we're doing questions. Let's get creative here. I want some more fun ones. He keeps saying, I want fun ones, specifically. All right, so we're on day 15. Day 15 of asking Stephen A. Day 15 of asking Stephen A. about his thoughts on Coldplay's Grammy Award-winning hit single and Baroque pop masterpiece, Viva La Vida. And the video attached to it is a video I clipped like a year or two ago of Stephen A. Smith talking about the Super Bowl halftime show, and he just says Coldplay on loop.
Coldplay.
That's terrifying.
No, yeah, it's just a go Coldplay. It's great. So yeah, Stephen A. Smith. I wonder what outrageous baseball takes he's going to give this year.
Who knows?
I was going to see how long that silence was going to go. I'm excited, guys, though. Call me crazy. I'm excited for baseball.
Yeah.
I think we'll surprise some people.
I wish they made one real move. I feel like that would have gone so far.
I think I'd feel a lot better.
It's not too late to get.
It's not too late.
Persona non grata.
Yeah.
Don't even say his name.
Yeah.
The artist formerly known as Jordan Montgomery.
I saw earlier today, it pissed me off. Merloni was like, a little birdie told me. And then like 3 hours later, he's like, oh, well, a little birdie told me something completely opposite.
Yeah, another birdie shot on that first birdie.
He's like, I'm not listening to any birdies anymore. Like, well, join the club.
I actually like instinctively groan when I hear Jordan Montgomery's name now. Just to mention him, I'm like, oh.
Robert De Niro, fuck him. Sorry.
No, listen, fuck fuck Scott Boras, probably.
Yes, 100%. He screwed
not
all his
Mr.
clients this winter.
Yeah, he put up Tony
Yep.
Snell numbers, Scott, this offseason. Did he get a single good deal for any of his guys?
Scott
No.
Boras trick y'all, man.
Right? Who was his?
I don't know. What's the best deal he got? The one for Bellinger? Maybe?
Arguably.
But even that's still like an opt-out after every year.
They all have an
It's
opt-out
only
after
3
this year.
years.
I think Bellinger, out of the big, what is he? He had like 4 or 5 big clients this year.
Yeah,
Bellinger's
Chapman,
is the
Snell, and Montgomery.
Bellinger's is the best just on the basis that it was the first one, so at least we could give him the benefit of the doubt.
Bellinger got to go to
Okay.
spring training. Bellinger got to hang out with his team.
Bellinger will be
in
ready
March.
for opening day.
Yeah.
The one pro of the Bellinger deal was like, oh, well, maybe this is just an offshoot. Maybe Chapman gets a better deal, or Snell, and here we are. Not the case.
What a terrible offseason.
Yeah, the
once
sports
Ohtani
stars
signs,
in
the
a
market will
fucking
open up.
betting scandal now.
Oh.
This is
Once Yamamoto signs, the market will open up. Well, once Blake Snell signs, the market will open up.
Never mind.
once Michael Lorenzen signs, the market will open up. What's the buddy we got? The Red Sox just signed? Chase Anderson was his name.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Once
If
Chase
it's-
Anderson signs,
That's
yeah.
him.
Market
The
will
very
open up.
same.
Yeah, the flood doors they're opening.
I tweeted this from the podcast account, but with the Nesson announcement that Chase Anderson signed, they also in the corresponding move, they made another graphic of Lucas Giolito tossing up
To
a
the
ball
60-day.
to the 60-day IL, and mine instantly went to Sam Darnold out indefinitely with mono and pointing at the camera, and he's like this bat, Giolito be like, yeah, I'm ready to hurl some
Looking
innings, and then the
tough.
graphic instantly says, no, you're not ready to throw some innings because you're getting surgery. But yeah, baseball. I'm gonna smash that
Yeah, sure thing.
retweet button on that Papa Bush holding up the baseball video
Oh, always.
set to
With
Smashing
with the
Pumpkins.
riff. Yeah, it said Smashing
Smashing
Yeah.
Pumpkins today. Yeah. Great song. What else, gentlemen? What we want to talk about? Because baseball's on the mind, but anything else that you want to get off your chest? Because now it's union mandated silly hours. This is American folktale.
If anyone's got
hours.
any T-Mobile Park Recs for me and Jake this weekend,
Or
let us know.
Seattle,
Or just Seattle in general.
in general.
Guys, you
Yeah.
you have to. Here's your not a recommendation.
Boots on
This is your boss here, the union boss, Scabby the Rat, telling you this is not a recommendation. This is a mandate. You got to try those fried grasshoppers at
100%.
Oh
do it.
yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Leo, I'll do it too.
review for
I'm
the
not-
pod.
Listen, people, you fry anything, I'll eat it. Frankly,
Yeah.
I don't.
Probably they're just gonna be crunchy and salty. Probably.
Yeah,
Tastes like
what they
chicken,
fry like scorpions and shit. Not there, but that's a thing too, right?
Fried squirrel. I've
I'd eat
never
that.
heard of fried
I
squirrel.
could give a
Sure.
fuck. I don't.
Fried
If
oyster
it
skins.
kills me, so what? At this point,
Yeah.
you know.
Something's
It'll be
gonna
fine.
kill you one day.
If it's absolutely, that's
Be a hell of a way to start the season. Jake died this weekend.
Jake
He
died at
Hit a
T-Mobile
bad
Park.
grass.
Peter King,
Jake,
Seattle.
Jake shot dead at T-Mobile Park.
See, I want to get the exact wording of.
We'll make a rap TV graphic for him.
Shot dead. in
Y'all
Seattle.
not rocking with Jake?
Tweet from @Peter_King.
I'll tell.
Seattle asked restaurant host, God, did you hear about Jake Wallinger? Host, no. Me. Died. He ate a grasshopper. Thought he would cry.
I'll tell you what, Liam. It's gonna get real spooky hours in the time when we land to when we can check into the hotel. I feel like that's gonna be real dark times for us. Everybody's gonna be tired and cranky, and we're gonna have our luggage dragging around the fucking place.
Well, you're not fucking checking a bag, dude, are you? Or is it just gonna be
No, I don't
carry-on
check
stuff?
bags. I don't check
I'm
bags.
I was gonna say, there's no way.
carry-on guy.
I don't check. I
Screw
checked the
that.
bag
That
when I
that
came
makes
to
the
LA.
whole experience at an airport that much longer.
Jake's like, I don't check bags. I bag checks, baby.
Well, I checked the bag when I came here, which I think was the first, because, I came for 4 months, which I think was the first bag I checked in, I'm not kidding, maybe 15 years.
Really?
Yep.
I
just
hate
don't.
checking bags.
Yeah, it's a fuck.
Well, yeah, it's a
such
pain,
bitch.
but you like a vacation.
Nightmare
when you got,
is losing my luggage. I think I would actually
It's happened
have
to me.
a full did you get it back though?
Nope.
Yeah, see, I'd kill myself flat.
Well-
I couldn't live like that.
That would ruin the whole trip for me.
What
Or
if I
imagine it
had
happened-
what if I
did it
had
happen
some
when
Johns
you got
in
back,
there?
Fitz?
Fitz, tell me you didn't have any great Johns in there.
This was when I was like 8. So like our family, we were
So probably
visiting
some
family
Maybe
in
though.
Vegas.
Yes, probably some great ones though.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head what was in there, but
You had a
No on
layover and
Jersey.
they fucking lost it or what?
it was a direct. We went.
They
to
lost your
Vegas.
luggage on a direct. What do they got?
I
Fucking
believe-
idiots running
They
the
sent-
show.
They sent it to Oakland, and they couldn't get it back.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
It was probably
they got him.
Fisher. The Fisher needed some extra cash.
What do you mean they got him? Yeah, they got his luggage.
I guess.
Shared his Dunkaroos.
Fitz, that's a nightmare, pal. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we lived, right?
My little
Sorry.
sister lost. Fun. The way Fitz said that made me think it was like this really traumatic memory for the Fitzies. Yeah, you know.
What are you gonna do?
We made it. We made it out the other end. My sister
made it
lost
out
her
the
luggage in
trench.
Spain like a couple months
Ooh.
ago, but they did get it back to her. They did get it back to her.
See, they've improved.
I'd love to be the guy. What a fun job that'd be, just like driving around, dropping off luggage that had been lost. That's probably genuinely a fun job. It's like
You're like-
pizza delivery, but more high stakes.
You're like modern day Santa. Like you're the real life Santa.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it'd be fun, and I think people would understand it wasn't your fault, so they'd be nice to you.
Dude, you'd be surprised. A lot of people.
Yeah, no, you're
have
right.
Have you worked in retail?
Maybe,
before,
well,
man?
maybe in Spain. Maybe I don't know. The Spanish seem polite from everything my sister says.
Okay.
But yeah,
Maybe
not
they understand a bit
in the U.S. of A. Though.
Yeah, no. You again.
Hey,
you work one
get
day in
this.
retail.
Get this, pretty good odds on a SETI Rookie of the Year on sports books. I might toss like $20 on it.
Ipe Wanger here. Wow.
Ipe's picks. He's our fourth host now.
He is our fourth. He'll be here next week. He'll be here next week. He's actually coming to Seattle to meet me and Liam. So
Sydney Sweeney, did you get her on the pod?
she didn't take.
You ask a question? Oh, god damn it!
Yeah, there's a moderator's fucking douchebag.
Well, again, not your fault.
She looked beautiful though, and gave some, frankly, not very insightful answers, but it was nice. Not the most eloquent young lady.
Oh, she'll be perfect for the pod then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are we to judge?
Yeah.
Is that all we got, gents?
Yeah, that's all I got. I think. I mean, next week.
Ipe's pick.
Oh yeah, I might throw.
New segment.
I might throw 20 bones on SETI. The top two guys are both the Ranger guy.
Langford
fucking-
and Carter.
The other one. Yeah. It's so
Carter
funny.
does
Carter's a
that.
rookie. Carter could have won fucking World Series MVP, and now he has his rookie year.
Well, that's
So
what
funny.
Randy could have done too.
No, I know. I
Rosarek,
love.
right?
I think that stuff's so funny. With that.
Randy postseason was special.
Jacoby Ellsbury as well, I believe, had the same thing.
No,
in 07.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Baseball's weird
fellas.
like that.
Song of the week, "Mr. Mom" by Lone Star. That's my song.
Lone Star. I'm gonna guess that's a country outfit.
You don't know this tune?
that's a banger.
Being Mr. Mom. Well, you don't know that one, Fitz?
I'm not familiar, as a matter of fact.
All right. Well, it's real.
Huh? That's good.
Yep.
You guys ever heard of Coin? I think I've brought up Coin on the show.
Coin.
before.
I've heard of
There's
Coin.
some
Yeah.
coin.
Coin's really good. Their song Valentine has been stuck in my head all day today. So let's go Valentine by Coin. Great song. Real if for my Boston music heads out there, if you liked yourself some 92.9 like a decade ago, you'd like yourself some Coin.
Okay.
Put on a
fire.
very good coin.
That's fire, dude.
I'm going.
Did you give an actual
I'm go-
song though? I was half
The
listening.
name
to
of the
you,
song
so.
is Valentine, and the
Oh,
band is
Valentine, okay,
Coin.
that's right.
Like,
Yeah, I got
I have
the-
a silver coin in my hand.
Okay, thanks.
Coin's
Fitz.
great. Big fan of
I
Coin.
know what coins are. Liam, song.
I'm going with another 80s jam. Don't You Want Me? The Human League.
Don't
Ooh.
you want me? Ah!
Hey. Liam, we should listen to a ton of grunge this week. Get really into it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Come back.
I mean, Johnny. I'm sure
Some-
Johnny's gonna
Some
be
Nirvana.
Nirvana's Johnny's gonna stay.
Nirvani.
That's his new name now. That's his name.
Yeah,
He'll
he
make
could
the
he could
rules.
style his hair to look like fucking Cobain.
He could. He's gonna stay and become the next Kurt Cobain,
Plaid
Well,
shirts.
hey,
like,
hey,
boots.
whoa, come
for
on,
better or worse.
better or worse.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Johnny shot dead in Seattle.
Imagine that Peter King tweet about Cobain. That's
Oh my
crazy. That's a cultural Cobain.
Cultural moment.
Yeah.
You get off the airport, get off the plane at Seattle, and the first thing to do, the stewardess hands you a copy of Nevermind. And then you are legally obligated to say, I actually like In Utero a little bit more than Nevermind. I think it's actually the better album. I like that it's more dark. And then someone behind you goes, actually, Bleach is their best album, okay?
I'll tell you what. I'm afraid if we go to that vintage store, Liam, I might
You
act.
gonna buy everything?
I might act unwise because Seattle, I think, maybe more than any other city, has a lot of beautiful heat for their vintage sports teams.
Supersonics, dude? Are you kidding me?
Supersonics, the old Mariners shit. Come on now.
Seattle Pilots.
Fuck. I mean, even the fucking Kraken. I think that's a pretty setup. Not vintage, of course, but.
Do you like 80s, like Steve Largent era Seahawks jerseys? Are
Yeah, I mean, I would never buy something Seahawks, but yes. That's where I draw the line, I think.
You're not one of the 12s?
No, I'm not. Sorry if that offends. Well, fellas, that's all I got. And I'll tell you
what's
what.
the emoji?
Oh, God, we didn't really...
Coin emoji?
Is there a coin?
I think there's a coin.
It's got to be. Always some currency.
There's coin. You get like a really weirdly photorealistic coin. If you type coin, you guys see that one? Coin.
Yeah, now I see it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's barely an emoji, but coin.
Yeah.
Hit us with that one.
And then tell me what you think about the band coin because they're really good.
That too.
Anyways, guys, just a couple of days from opening day, the long journey begins anew. And we'll be here the entire way. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen this entire offseason.
And thanks for the 2,000 Twitter followers, guys.
Oh God, how could I be remiss?
Yeah, we're in contact with Fanatics and Nike. We'll have an update next week for you guys. Yeah.
I don't have much of an ass to begin with, so I don't know how those pants are gonna make me look. Hopefully, it gives me a little bit of a caboose. I need that. I've got to be doing my squats before we try that on.
I've got hockey ass. Still have it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like hip checking people.
No, it's just hockey players frequently have large butts because it's all you're pushing with your glutes.
Makes sense.
A lot of lower half.
Yeah, compared to running, like you don't run with your ass really, but you run with.
Speak for yourself, dude.
Yeah, well, but when you push, it's all like you push escape. Anyway, yeah, I have a big ass. Point is. Yeah.
Well, the point is also that thank you for 2,000 followers. Love shooting the shit with you guys on Twitter at Pod on Lansdowne for the show, by the way. But yeah, no, we got
2 million next.
Yeah, to the moon is the next thing. Well, the way Liam's going with his viral tweets, we just might have a shot at that.
My Otani tweet deserves more. It only has 73 retweets. I thought that was fucking so good.
Those are the best ones. The ones that don't pop off.
Yeah, I'm gonna retweet it again right now myself.
Give it some extra juice.
Yeah.
Get it back in front of people.
Hey, if you're listening to this, go retweet my Otani Oppenheimer tweet from 2 days ago. You'll see it 2 days ago.
Please, my family is dying.
But go back, go search it, find it on my account. My family is starving.
So for Jake, for Liam, I'm Fitz. You're you. Thank you as always for listening, and we're excited to start the season again. Someone
just went deep. They've got the LED lights flashing across the street, folks.
Oh, I can see it on the left side of the screen.
You can see it going off.
Yeah. That's
They'll be real in just a matter of days.
We're here. We're here. It's upon us.
The season's upon us, baby. Go Sox and obey your mother.
Obey your mother.
This is the last one of the offseason, Liam. You got to make it count.
Obey your mother.
You nailed it.
Fuck yeah, dude.